There was a time, I remember, people would say, look, the shop floor operators are not going to use computer systems, applications on computers. They are running around taking care of equipment. Who is going to be using software? Look at it now. Everyone is connected to a smart device. They are experts at navigating pretty complex things. Right? So technology changes the way people operate. So technology does move, and people adapt. Our software needs to adapt as well. Technology has a tremendous momentum. It just grows and expands at an exponential rate. You can't hold it back. So what happened last year in January? OpenAI introduced ChatGPT. And it spread like wildfire. AI is going to allow us to do more in real time and make adjustments. So instead of creating waste, we can be as efficient as possible. We can be within the standards that we have set. We can be on time more. So we can produce within the smallest unit of time. A simple example is you can do math, it can do multiplication, division, or whatever, longhand. It's going to take you a while, or you can have a calculator, right? That calculator is a time saver. So what happens with AI within just about any form of its application is going to be the ability to make you more efficient, to be quicker, more accurate, and also the ability to go back and look at relevant data that could impact what you're seeing. In manufacturing, when you're looking at something that is happening in front of you, the cause of what you're seeing may not be in front of you. It may have happened upstream someplace. So to be able to contrast that data and analyze it very quickly and predict and prevent something from happening, those are the kinds of things that AI is going to help us more and more to facilitate the process of the process of manufacturing. In building TrakSYS, our principal focus was make it as simple as possible for our users. With the evolution of technology, the way you do things also evolves. So we have to kind of take a look at the effort that it takes to maintain this rather immense platform. So we don't pivot on a day-by-day basis. It needs to be very methodical. We have users who have TrakSYS at dozens and dozens of their factories. So it needs to be a very methodical process, how we adapt and evolve. Backward compatibility for our customers. They wouldn't appreciate it if we pushed an update to the system. What if it breaks it? What if it doesn't work? We are dealing with manufacturing operations that could potentially cause harm, environmental or life-threatening if the heavy machinery all of a sudden runs out of control. Regardless of the process that we go to update and have new releases and new features, we are very, very active and we stay abreast of new developments, whether it's with AI or machine learning or more advanced analytics and algorithmic execution of different features and functions. Those activities are always happening in parallel with the support of our current version and the previous versions of the product. So then, in a systematic way and with advanced technology and infrastructure, we can do these updates a lot faster than in the old days where a new version wouldn't come out for another 2 or 3 years. Whereas during a typical year, we will have multiple updates that will add functionality, improve functionality, bring new features that were not even contemplated because, again, when you have a new ability in technology presented to you, it unlocks a whole bunch of new things that you can rapidly bring to market. So we are very, very active on the R&D front to make sure the product doesn't become stale. It's easy to say, oh, we rank the highest on various analyst evaluations of TrakSYS, but that can lead to complacency, and we absolutely are committed to that initial vision that we want to make it as simple as possible for our customers. Technology can be used for good things and for disruptive things. So in general, I am thinking that once the technology is made available and you take a look at the nature of human beings, again, we are curious, we look for better things constantly. So once the technology is available, you can't put it away. Right? So it's going to keep advancing. I don't disagree with that at all. It's second nature to us to be innovative and creative. It just comes down to how we use it. Right? So we need to make sure that we responsibly use that. And that is a very, very tough challenge because we are talking about ideology, right? And different people have different standards and they have different limits. There are issues with, will AI eliminate jobs or will shift jobs? So how do we create ways and means of responsibly using this advanced technology that is going to only get more advanced? Not a simple thing. This is going to be a complex issue topic to grapple with for some time to come. There has always been this fear that technology will replace people. So if you are a shop floor worker, if you're a factory worker, I think it's reasonable to think, what will it do to me? So technology actually can help save jobs and give the confidence that it's a tool for you to do your job better and more effectively. Now, we don't want to be too naive in this because we also talk about productivity, being able to do more with less. So it's a fine line there. You have to balance what does it mean in terms of improving productivity, improving quality, improving the time to market, and what does it do to the workforce? So again, a complex process. First, it is to make sure that people understand that the technology is not to replace them. It's to help them do their work, because competitive economics are already mandating that manufacturers and businesses are committed to doing it as efficiently as possible. So it's not going to be wasteful. So it just becomes about enabling these workers to do their jobs better. Is it going to require less labor potentially? So then that's part of the evolving economy and the social fabric, that some jobs you're going to see attrition in, and you need to skill up and reskill. So now your skills are in line with the new technologies. So you are not eliminated as the result, as a result of changing technologies and technologies that are adopted. There is not a simple answer that your jobs are preserved and there is no threat from the technology. Well, the technology is going to streamline. The technology is going to improve productivity. But it is as a set of tools for the people who are working there, albeit there might be fewer people needed to do certain jobs. And that's where the retraining and skilling up will come in. But my message to the factory workers is that embrace the technology, do your best to skill up, and not be afraid of the progression of technology, because it's not stoppable. It's just a matter of how do you adapt to benefit from it as opposed to be impacted adversely by it. We have customers who basically produce the same thing, but they're done differently at different plants. So what do these do? They introduce complexities. In the early days of MES, things were mostly customized and bespoke. It was mostly system integration, a one-off solution. Those are not scalable. Those are not sustainable in terms of ownership. One of the most important things that we have in our crosshairs in the next few years is truly going even deeper into making it as simple as possible. How do we make this so that you can very quickly and economically stand up a complex solution, but for the user, make it as smart as possible so it is as simple as possible to own and operate and maintain and scale. These are non-trivial objectives because, again, we're not dealing with a uniform problem statement. It's different just about anywhere we go. If you think about it, it's a pretty tricky thing to standardize the deployment, but give them that personalization that is for them. So that is a big challenge, and it's an ongoing effort that we are paying huge attention to. So remember, it's not the technology that we are trying to sell. It's the outcome of this technology. What does it do for our customers? So it's not, oh, look how impressive the technology is. It is how well, how effectively you can use it, and what is its cost, both to buy it, deploy it, own it. Technology will evolve at a more and more rapid rate. As technology evolves, we will also adapt the use of certain technologies in TrakSYS. The more obvious ones right now are things like AI and ML. And the depth and breadth of opportunities for these technologies is almost infinite. We are really in the very, very early stages of orchestrating the use of these in MES or other types of technologies. At Parsec, we are specialized in terms of building a software for managing manufacturing operations, make it as simple as possible. It is a very specialized world. So our intent is not to be an AI company. We are an MES, MOM software company. So what we must do is to adapt the utilization of these specialized offerings that will be able to innovate at a fast pace because that's their focus. Our focus is to make TrakSYS as best as possible, to make the lives of our users as simple as possible and democratize it across the globe for utilization by various manufacturers regardless of where they are. So bring the cost down, make it more practical for them to own and operate. The movement within Parsec and the use of TrakSYS is to make sure we are ready to leverage these technologies, not to create those technologies. It is how we prepare TrakSYS for being able to take advantage of the advancements so that we can bring those benefits to our customers, our users.